So you found it, and then you're like, "Oh, this is not. This may not be particularly good." Um, yeah. So you, like I said, you did find it. You found the book. You read it. You realize that they are planning to awaken the Tarask, and then your next question is, "What is the Tarask? What is this thing?" Because it looks like the largest lizard, based on the crude illustration in the book. It looks like the largest lizard you have ever seen.
Yep. Chat, we're cooked.
We're dead.
All right, are we just like, are we picking up from there, or are you gonna give us a little bit of a
Yeah,
recap?
because
Yeah,
last we left
yeah.
off, we left off as B team, as
Yes.
Belvar and others.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's I'm trying to find the music here. So
All right.
it's I don't want to take my time.
No, everything must happen all at
Right
once.
now. Right fucking now.
Yeah. So it's yes. And while I try to panic and figure out, you guys remembered. I'm just gonna like, you guys remember Project Zomboid, right? I'm gonna just ramble
Yeah,
on that for a few
absolutely.
seconds. Yeah. Well,
Ramble. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I did find a couple videos. Remember the sadistic tutorial
Oh yeah.
where yeah, you do it and then like the horde of zombies. Well, somebody decided to figure out a way to kill every zombie in the tutorial just to see what'll happen.
The fuck?
Oh, that's cool.
So yes, literally with his bare hands.
How? Aren't you supposed to
Um,
get, hurt or tired or?
Yeah, he fought through that. So the top comment on that video was tutorial says prepare to die, and the indomitable human spirit says no.
But how?
I
Like,
mean,
did he use
that's
like
a
mods
all
or
this
something?
time is that if you ever have a video game where it's like, no, you're not supposed
Yeah.
to do that, somebody's
Somebody's
going to find
gonna
a way
do
to
it.
do that.
Yes,
But how did he do
I
it?
will-
Like, did he
I will
use any mod or
post.
something?
I'm checking. I just quickly googled it here. No, he says no, he did not. Here's the video. 25
fuck?
minutes if you want to watch him run around. beating
Probably
zombies.
later. I'm definitely
I like
interested.
I like the pile of bodies he's
Yeah.
standing on. I
Yeah.
with that.
Yep. All
Vict-
hope is gone.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. And then
I'm still standing. Sorry.
yeah. Yep, and then that somebody else got a bunch of other Project Zomboid players together and made an hour-long video about the lore of the game.
Oh, nice.
Although they missed the most important part of they missed the most important day. It was the day when every person in Knox County drank all the gasoline in cars and then threw all their tools into the river.
The fuck?
If you know, if it's because every car on standard settings, no car has gasoline.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
no tools. So that's the only explanation. They
see.
drank all the gasoline and then threw everything into the river in a panic. So
I wonder if I have like a spell that could help with learning. I'm just checking my spells right now.
do you have legend lore? That might help.
No, not yet. That's down the line.
Yeah. We are level 7 right now. We're not that
Yeah.
high. Yeah.
We're level 7.
Oh right.
I think B team is actually a higher level.
Yep.
No, B team is 7.
Hold on. Let me check.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, B team is 7. You're right.
Oh, okay. Did B team leveled up?
I think B team
No.
leveled
Yeah,
up.
leveled
last
up after what we
Okay.
time
did.
we
Yeah.
played them,
Probably.
yeah.
Here we go. Let us.
Ah yes, I've got heat metal, the greatest spell in D&D.
Yeah, and then you fight something that's completely organic with no
Yeah.
metal, huh?
Mhm.
I was gonna say I feel like I got this spell because I thought we would be fighting a lot more knights, and I
Armored
feel like it's
combat.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like, this is the funniest thing. Like, the B team was built for violence but engages in diplomacy, and the A team was built for diplomacy but engages in
Engagement to
violence.
violence.
I don't
Hey.
know why.
That's you know what? That's how D&D goes.
Yeah.
It's like, how did this
It just
happen? How did we
happens.
get here?
Yeah.
The chaotic nature of D&D. Yes.
It's actually really funny that the B
Yeah.
team has had to do so much diplomacy over there,
Yeah.
considering the fact that it's like all of their persuasion
Well,
skills
but
are
to be
hot
frank,
garbage.
the orc army they're facing right now, I mean, that's no diplomacy. That is war, and
Yeah,
they are
no,
gonna
no,
face.
But
sure.
it's
Dire
Yeah,
tactical
they're gonna-
though.
they'll
It's not
face
like
it.
pure fighting, you know. Like it was
Yeah.
tactical. Like
Yeah,
for us,
true.
but we're kind of in like a spot where it's like, oh fuck, this might become like an all-out like fight, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. You guys are, I mean, the A team at least, like, I mean, the thing about the A team, you guys are, you are technically in a diplomacy situation, but now you're in a pretty tough spot because you are, as far as you guys know now, you are on enemy ground.
Yeah.
These guys are planning to wake a giant castle-eating lizard. They are an evil cult. They have their tendrils all across the kingdom. The leader is some immortal thingamabob. You have no idea what. Only that all the paintings look strangely alike.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
Like this, you guys are in a very Ardos. You and your people are in a very tight spot right now. At
Yep.
this point, it needs to be handled. You know, this needs to be handled delicately, because if right now Thomas Fell does not know that you know, as far as you know, he doesn't know that you know about him. If he does figure it out, though, none of you are leaving High Peak Castle alive.
Yep.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yes, you do have like 3 or so days left in your visit. What you need is an excuse to cut it short and get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit tough.
I guess that's why we're picking up in the library. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess it's me and you, Artos. I guess I'm just looking at this word Tarask because I guess I don't know what the concept of a Tarask is unless I can
It's-
make like a history check or something.
It does mention that it used to mean like something like annihilator or obliterator, but you are allowed to make a history check if you like.
Okay.
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Powered
That
by
goes
the
kinda-
apocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay, 19.
Okay,
19.
bars,
Not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
First roll of
With
the
a
night.
19, unfortunately, you don't know much more, except that this is from thousands of years ago. Like, this is truly ancient stuff.
Right.
Like, it's like, how do I put this? It's like, imagine like if in like the Middle Ages in Europe, like somebody decided to study ancient Egyptian history.
Yeah, like it's beyond. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, from
Gotcha.
something like because like in the Middle Ages and like 1300 year 1300 or something like that, they were studying like the history of the Egyptians and the pyramids, which were built literally thousands of years before even the birth of Christ, let alone before the Middle Ages. So it's kind of like that. This is some old stuff. Unless you can find like a specialized book like this one, you'd need to find somebody at least as old in order to like get a clearer picture of what this thing is, what it can do, and whether or not you're able to stop it, or if let's just find out how fast our boats can go.
I look at Artos after kind of like thinking about this and then kind of going, whatever ancient evil this is, it's going to have to be stopped. I just don't know how.
I think we have to find a way to leave. We got what we needed.
I agree. Finn still has his mission. I think it is imperative that we slow them down. Even if it doesn't bring their end, I believe that slowing them down is the best option afforded to us.
Especially if this is the creature that's going to awaken in time. And you told me you felt that it will awaken soon then. As much as I hate to say it, a sacrifice. As much as I want to believe that they'll make it out alive, I order them to get out alive. If this is the magnitude that a catastrophe would come, then I think it might be well worth it.
I nod.
But if we leave early, it's gonna cast suspicion upon both of us.
That I am aware of. Ooh, I could attempt to maybe we could attempt to come with some sort of ploy, maybe a reason that we would have to leave, some news at home, something that would deem it seem like an emergency, or we can simply wait for our agreed upon time of departure.
We could wait, however, if I feel like we wait.
Yeah, as you guys are discussing this, a guard comes in and says, Lord Athos! Lord Athos, oh, there you are. Message for you, sir. Came in by Raven. And he gives you an envelope that's a sealed envelope, and then he turns around and he leaves. And you take a look, the envelope is sealed with your seal, so it is
With my
coming from
seal.
Silver Key.
Okay, well, I think I just open it. If it's from
Yep.
my keep, then they must be
Yeah.
important. I check it. What's in the letter?
Yeah, you open it up, you check. It's not good.
Oh shit.
Silver
No,
Keep
no.
has received word. Fort Wyvernfall has been hit hard. Their walls are being breached, their castles are crumbling, their armies are being killed, and the Lord of Wyvernfall is concerned that the dragons are preparing one last strike against him to overrun him completely, and is desperately requesting for aid. And this is a
And
kind of a "what do we do, my lord" letter.
I see. Well, I look towards Isaac and I say, I think we have a reason. I give him the letter and I just say, but the timing concerns me.
Can I look at this letter
Mm-hmm.
and kind of inspect it?
Yeah.
Because part of me is thinking like this could be legit. It could
Mhm.
be a fortuitous advantage to us. It gives us a reason to need to leave early, and for Finn to go on his mission.
Yep.
But it could also be
trap.
maybe this. It could be a trick. Like maybe they're trying to get us out of here. Like find an excuse and like get us away before we have the potential of seeing something we shouldn't. So,
Yeah.
is there any way I can make like, I guess, an investigation check or something like
if
that?
it's foraged or it's like
Yeah, investigation thing. Try that.
All right. I'm gonna use lucky. I would kind of want to see if I can get a higher roll. Okay,
18.
18.
Nice.
Yeah, this is Maximilian's handwriting. Your steward, the guy you left, the old
our
bugbear you left in charge of your keep.
yeah.
Yeah, this is his handwriting.
Okay.
Okay, which castle is it? Wyvern or
Wyvernfall, the northernmost one.
Wyvernfall, northernmost?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We really have.
Isn't
to
Finn
go.
from Wyvernfall?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Oh god!
Like
Wait.
he ran away from his so-called family.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if Isaac knows that or not.
Well, like he disclosed part of it, like not the full story. You guys, like mostly. Well,
I know
he
we
did.
had a couple conversations
Yeah.
where you've talked about your past, but I don't think I've
Yeah.
got the full story.
Well, he did disclose like 60% to 70% of it.
60%.
Yeah, to 70%. So basically, you guys know that his family did something, well, kind of experiment. That's why he has like different, like when he's in a agitated state, his
Yeah,
pupils
he
will
flares.
his pupils will look reptilian like. He didn't know that, and he didn't know what they did to him. But he knows that something has to do with their connection with the dragons. It might not be like they have dragon bloods, but more like they might experiment something to enhance their abilities. And they were chasing after him before, like, he ran away with his adopted mother, Mina. So yeah, that's
Oh yeah, that's right. Mina's the one I don't trust.
okay.
Yeah.
Glad to know. Yeah.
Well, okay. In my defense, every time Falcon has played Mina, I have gotten big sus energy from her.
Well,
So,
that's the nature of a
I
spy
don't know,
master to you.
maybe Falcon's just throwing me through a loop, which he probably is. 'Cause
Yeah.
This is Falcon. Or maybe I'm 100%
Maybe
right.
you have a right hunch. We don't know, but Finn trusts her with his life. So yeah, there's that.
I think I have enough info to kind of like infer that that's kind of where you're from.
Yeah.
So I do mention that to Artos.
Arthos also
and-
knows, but he knows slightly less than you probably.
This is another conversation where it's like, this is where Isaac's. I'm looking at Isaac's honor score right now, and Artos is probably going to be.
Do
pissed at
you
this.
want to tell our Lord?
I am going to look at Artos and say, is this information that we want to disclose to Finn or not? If Finn is going to be going on this imperative mission to slow down the Fells, to slow down this sleeper, if we give him the knowledge that potentially people that he cares about are in dire straits, it might affect his focus.
Arthos kind of looks and just looks towards the paper, looks at the window and says, Finn has every right to know. I said that this is a mission, the operation that we have discussed about. It's voluntary. I'm not going to force any men to lay down their lives if they don't want to. And it's the same until now. Finn deserves to know, and if he rather goes back home and helps with us, then that is the case. And if that somehow brings all the other men unwilling to do the mission, then I have no right to tell them otherwise. However, the information we just received it's damning to the point where I feel that while I do want to keep my men alive, sending them here to stop it or slow it, giving it, and if it were to succeed, it'd be a well worth sacrifice.
I would like to point out, my lord, even though I know you are against it, if Finn wants to go to the fort, I could stay. Do what I can to slow things down here. But, as we've talked about in the past, I know you're against that idea, but this new information does kind of change things a little bit.
Does. We must bring Finn. We must let them know. We must discuss.
I will go find Finn, and we'll have to make a group decision.
I shall be in my chambers. I maybe will inform Lord Fell as soon as possible that I do plan to leave based on this letter.
All right. Yeah.
All
Okay. So make a investigation check.
Another one.
Ooh.
13?
13. Finn, are you trying to stay hidden from Isaac?
I couldn't think of any reason to do that, so probably
Okay.
no.
If you see me kind of
Yeah.
looking around for you, you're gonna be like, yo, what's up?
I'm
Hey,
Yeah.
stop looking
probably
for me. You're
gonna
making me.
sneak
You're
up
blowing
on
my
you
cover.
and tap you by the shoulder. Like,
I'm like, I'm really on it right now.
Yeah. All right.
yeah, but like, this is because we already know stuff is not right in the castle, so I'll be extra careful. Especially, I just got off their, ritual site, so
Yeah.
yeah, everything's sus.
I will. If Finn taps me on the shoulder, I kind of jolt a little bit, but I compose myself.
Yeah.
And I say, Finn, we need to go and have a conversation with Autos.
Okay, let's go.
It's
What is?
so
Are we?
I'll,
It's not the time yet, but
I know, but it's important. We're going to
Alright.
have to make a decision. So I
Okay.
lead him back to where Artos is at this moment.
Mhm.
And I guess once I get there, I fill him in on all the information that I've gathered, about the Tarask, about possibly what this sleeper is, and then also the information about it's a Wyvern Heart, I believe.
Wyvern Fall.
Wyvern Fall.
Wyvern Fall is
Yeah.
under siege. Yeah.
They are well, they're proud for no dragons can get past. That's hence the name.
Yeah.
It's on the map
Well,
right here.
yep. Top.
Yeah.
But not anymore, it
Yeah.
seems.
So how does Finn react to this information?
He like really long pause. Like he looks at Ardos and looks at the letter and says, "May I?"
All yours.
He takes the letter, looks at it repeatedly, like, and then eventually he says, I don't think. Okay. Full disclosure, and you guys already know, like, some of it. I was the bastard son of the family. That's why I was never truly welcome. Even my real last name, Drakeford, it's for bastards. It's not for the right ear. And I only have one person that I really, truly care about, besides Mina, obviously. It's Guinevere. She's the youngest. She's my twin. The whole family is kind of insane. They all believing the so-called pure blood, the honor of the purity of things, and yeah, I I don't know. Like, it's been a hot minute, to say the least, since I left. I kind of wanted to see them, like, at least most of them dead, but
There are people there who you do want to protect.
at least one of them. But I don't know. I left at a really early age, and who knows how much brainwash they've done to my twin, to Guinevere.
Finn, and I'm not trying to offend you in any way.
Speak your mind.
It sounds like you do care for Guinevere. If you care about her as much as Mina, then I understand the bond that must be. and the seriousness of that. I have talked to Artos about this information affecting your focus in the mission that you're about to commence in, and whether or not you wish to continue with that plan.
Oh, I will definitely continue the plan. It's just, I don't know.
I will give you the option. If you want to go with Artos and head in that direction, I can stay here and slow down as much as I can with the sleeper. And
This
march
is
to the-
when Finn looks suspiciously at you, because he remember last time he did sense something was off. He didn't know the full details of your deal, but
my deal.
yeah. But he was like,
Isaac does. I think Isaac in this moment is being a bit candid, but I think I'm trying to think how Isaac's going to approach this.
Okay.
Okay, this is what I think Isaac's going to say.
Okay.
Archos gave you a caveat, a very important rule to follow in the mission is to come back. That's the key. If I were to stay behind, I would follow that rule to the letter as well. I do.
I know you want to live. The thing is, do you want to live the way we want to live? Like, I know you have some sort of plan. I might not be as smart as you, but I picked it up. And I don't think they'll benefit everyone. I don't know. I still don't know your angle in this part. I know you want the best for Ardos. We all do.
I want the best for the family. I want the best for Amorta. I want the best for my friends, and I want the best for Celeste. She's made it clear that she would rather get on a boat and just leave, find some faraway land where all these troubles would go away. And I can't do that. But I don't want her to live in fear for the rest of her life with what we have discovered. There are things that I want to do, and there are secrets that I hold close to my heart that I will not reveal. But if there's anything that Artos has taught me in this wild journey, is that sometimes honesty with others and honesty with ourselves is paramount to creating a brighter future. At the end of the day, this is a decision and a consensus we all must come together on. If you are still feeling up towards this mission, then I see no need to stop it. I just feel that this information was crucial that you knew before you head on your way.
And I thank you guys for it.
I just look at Artos kind of like if he has anything he wants to add or say,
Yeah.
or if he has any reaction to what Isaac is saying.
He's deep in thought. I think I would like to imagine like he has his hands behind his back, or not hands behind his back. I think he's just like standing quiet, like straight up, just looking down at the window,
The 1,000-yard stare.
and he turns around and he just
Yeah.
says, "The situation has changed. I think we must call off the mission."
Wait, what? But no.
Wait, what?
No. Like,
Isaac.
my lord.
Isaac does kind of stand up a little bit. Artos, we cannot stand here and do nothing. I
Listen.
know it seems dire, but we have to do something. We can't simply leave here without anything being done.
For once, I agree with Isaac.
And who's knocking on the gates right now to destroy Immorta? Is it this or the dragons at Wyvern Fall?
For as far as we know, even the orcs. But that doesn't stop us
Yeah.
from accomplishing this mission.
But listen. Right now there's a castle under siege, losing its defenders. One of the bastions, our walls, keeping these dragons out. Among our retinue is a bunch of experts, men who can fight, who can take these dragons down. If I leave them here, how many will we leave behind? How many effective manpower? We need every single one of our people right now at those walls. These are the ones knocking at their doors. This thing is still asleep. And as far as I'm concerned as well, there are multiple advantages of us just leaving. Listen, there is no guarantee. This mission happens, and even if we have no trace, no evidence left behind, Thomas Fell is the type of man to still connect it to me, based on proximity alone. Our greatest advantage right now is that he does not know. I've seen what was in those books. Annihilation, Tarask, Destroyer, the end of Immorta, mayhaps. And I understand we have to stop it. We have to do it now. It's gonna soon awaken. However, if we are going to be destroyed, we don't even know how long. How much do we delay? A day? A year? Months? We don't know. And that's the uncertainty, the unknown, where I am more certain these men can save so much more lives, can make much more of an impact if we all go together to Wyvern Fall.
Isaac kind of like, he thinks for a moment, he's kind of sweating a little bit, and he's just like, I understand. I agree. Sending the armies to Wyvern Fall makes sense, but at least let me stay. At least let me slow them
No.
down. I'm not saying that I will go and attack or kill. I could do things to slow them down more with my words. Maybe find cracks in the armor. I am against just leaving. I know that it does pose a risk, but Artos, you don't know what I saw.
Wait, what did you saw? You never told us that, did you?
Yeah.
Yes! The crack in the armor!
I think Artos saying that we're going to leave is definitely kicking this into high gear for me.
Nice. And this is when I question you with staring. Aha! So you did see something.
I've seen a vision. Alright. Nothing conclusive, but this... It scares me. And it could hold the whole world in its hand and simply squeeze the life out of it. I can't simply leave. I agree. Armies and forces should be sent to Wyvern Hall. They should. There's dragons on our door. We need to stop it. But something has to be done here. Even if it's just me staying here and doing what I can to slow things down. even just a little bit. A day or two might be the difference between salvation or destruction. I know you're against me. I know. I know I have these sacrificial tendencies. I know I do. I know I've done things in the past that I'm not proud of. But please consider what I'm saying, Artos.
Finn didn't press on to that, but he gave you a look, Isaac. He's like, I'll remember this, you better tell me later. But then he turns to Ardos and says, Isaac and I don't really see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. But like I said, on this matter, I believe we need to have a backup plan. We don't want fires happening simultaneously on different sides. We are stretched way too thin. We remember, like I said, we still have an orc problem.
You already have a team dealing with
Yes,
Yeah,
but
I
we
know,
don't
you're
know
right.
how. Yeah, they are a small.
fine.
They are a small group of
You know,
mercenaries.
it's funny, I like the idea that Finn is like, we have an orc problem. Falcon's like, but what about the B team? So we still have an orc problem.
we still like the B team is like just a small group. We entrusted them, yes.
I would also
a lot.
argue that from our perspective, we really don't know how
Yeah.
things are going to go in
Yeah.
the north. We don't know what's happening in the north. We just sent McPherson up there with the
Yeah.
B team and are hoping for the best.
Yeah, but
from
we
our
assume the
perspective,
worst for real.
Well,
Right.
I don't necessarily we assume the worst, but we don't know how well that's going.
yeah,
Right. Right. So
at least for
Justin.
Finn, he assumed the worst.
Oh,
Go for it.
yes, Ardos, this is ultimately your decision.
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
No pressure or anything.
I
but
think,
you're the
no,
one
I
who
think,
needs
I
to
think, I think
decide.
I have something that really leans into why he'll call off the mission, right? And I think, I don't think it's the most tactically sound decision, but I think it is the decision Arthos would make based on his own experiences
Mm-hmm.
and what he needs right now emotionally. So, like,
Go
as
for
like
it.
you tell him, you're like getting closer and closer. Like he's probably like by a table, and for the first time, I think in a very long time, for both of you, you see Arthos actually just lose it a bit, where he just like he has his fist near the table, he just slams it on the table,
Mm-hmm.
and he just says like, and he says, "And what do you think I need right now? The kingdom is falling apart by its foundation. The stones of history are rearing. It's going to show its ugly past. All of us feel something. These statues, this terrace, this something, right? It comes at us, bearing its fangs, and it's gonna bite down and kill us all. And I fear that I am the only man, the only lord, the only baron that can be the person to stop this. By duty and by my oath and by my own love for Immorta, am I gonna be the one to stop it? I need people to trust. And if I send you to die, you Finn, after knowing what we've just came across, that there's also dragons by our doorstep, you are worth more than that day. You're worth more than maybe even 6 months to a year. To those I can trust right now in this situation, it's priceless. I don't have many people to trust here. Compared to the battlefield, those who I stand across will protect my back against dragons, against orcs, against the Fae. But here, anyone can sink their daggers down my throat, and you two have proved to be friends, allies that I can trust again and again and again. The original plan, I thought maybe there was a good chance that the people we have that would be able to run away, to be able to get away. But now seeing truly the scale of all of this, it's too much. Too much. I need people by my side. I need you two at my side. You understand?
Isaac just kind of looks at the floor for a second, and he says, "Well, it is your decision to make, my lord. So I guess we will depart in a few days' time." And he just leaves. He doesn't elaborate. He just walks out of the room.
Yeah. Finn like bows first and then walk to Ardos and pat him on the shoulder and just like Ardos? He didn't use my lord or my liege this time. But he was like he's talking to Ardos like the first day they've met. Straight by the name. And just says, Ardos? As my duty, I obey. As your fellow comrade and a friend, I'm happy you make the tough call because I couldn't make it myself. I couldn't leave my post just to save someone I cared. But I know how difficult the call must be for you. I guess I just want to say thank you.
Finn.
And then he leaves as well.
Finn.
Oh wait, you called? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He stopped.
He looks back and he says, "You know my time at the walls. I will never lead men to their death again.
But we'll happily march for you. Even to death. Always know that.
As long as I'm in the front. Maybe that's what we're going to need once this thing awakes. Maybe a good old fight is all we need."
Maybe. Maybe.
But we should head to Wyvernfall. This is much. If anything, we'll have Isaac's friend to give us updates if there's anything wrong.
I still
Hope it
don't
doesn't go again
trust
quickly.
her. Like,
Well,
there's something. I don't know.
you think there's something that we don't know
No, I mean, there's something about her.
that you don't trust?
Yeah. Like,
Well,
I know the feeling. Maybe it's because I see a part of me that once were just trying to run away. I don't know. But
How
at
about
the
you
end of the
now?
day, I guess we have no other choices.
we do not. We'll leave. We'll hopefully can trust Mina. Oh, not Mina. Sorry. Sorry. What's her
Celeste.
name?
Celeste.
Celeste, to monitor the situation, and with that, maybe we can come some sort of plan to sabotage Lord Fell by then, or somehow gain more allies, or talk with the Queen. Something, just not some low chance attempt that.
Speaking of which, my lord,
Yes,
and
friend.
he's using my lord again. As much as I hate that woman, Embercrest could be our ally. Okay, so this is where I'd elaborate a little more on the family history. Uh, the the wife of Corvus Dragonbane is called Sindri Embercrest. She is from Embercrown family. I believe they are in a dire state. They were tied really close because that woman became the matriarch of the family, practically runs everything of Wyvernfall. If we can get in touch with them, they might be potential allies for us.
All right, let's look into it.
Yeah.
I think at this point, it's a matter of knowing what's right for us.
And gather as many allies as we can.
Yeah.
Just that. All right, I'm throwing a curveball at Falcon. Not really a
Yes,
curveball. I rolled it a long time ago, but I don't know. You know, I didn't build the whole noble houses. I just write daughter of Embercrown family. I don't know what size it could be. It's up to you. They might be small
I'll
or they
fill in
might
the
be big.
details. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What was her name again?
Sindri Embercrest. Because the name is different because she was married to
Yeah.
Dragonbane. So yeah, the name is for those who married out. But basically, Embercrown family is like, from what I imagine, is like a, noble houses, just like the others, but whatever, it's strong, small, big, small, like I don't know. I didn't set it up, so it's up to you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's completely fine.
yeah.
So, Sindri Embercrest, daughter of the House of Embercrown.
Yeah.
She lives in Fall. Yeah, she's not the noble one of the rule. She's not the ruler of Wyvernfall, but she is definitely up there.
Yeah.
Um,
She basically is
she
like a strong like female and that rules the family, and because they had a
Yeah.
deal, so yeah, the like she kind of runs everything internally, like inside the houses. So basically from food to supplies to all that kind of stuff, support basically. So yeah, that's what she did.
Yeah, so she run. Yeah, she's. And what is her relationship with you again?
She is the stepmom. Yeah. Finn's like real mom died giving birth to Finn and Guinevere. Finn is actually Phoenix by birth name. Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. So I like in my notes I had to put all caps. You have a twin.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Like, because when he left the family, okay, this is like he will tell you later, so I'm just filling in the gaps. He was found dead by Mina. Well, at least she thinks he's barely alive, but in fact, he was clinically dead for almost 10 minutes, caused by a wound stabbed through the heart. So,
Right.
yeah, that's basically the prince. Yeah, the
Yes.
deserted prince.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Finn was dead, but don't worry, I helped him get better.
Yeah. But Mina didn't know that. She thought like he was just lucky. That like maybe the wound's a few inches like deeper, Finn would be dead. But he like technically Finn was dead for quite a while. But yeah.
So all right, well,
I'll just throw in one last thing, by the way.
Okay.
I'll say, all right.
Yeah.
I want you to keep track of Isaac. Make sure that he doesn't do anything.
God damn it.
On the other hand, I just like knowing him. I think he'll be willing to disregard my orders and do what he wishes.
Yeah, knowing him, he certainly will
I
leave it
will
to me.
I will go over things with Fell, or Lord Fell, and tell them that we must leave to reinforce Wyvern Fall. Hopefully, I can convince him to on some other ideas. I must talk to him first, though.
Oh,
Wait, did we discuss? We did discuss what happened down the mines, right?
Yeah, I said
yes.
briefly that we had like a full like I cast
Conversation.
exposition.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
All right, but then Finn was gonna say to Ardos, just saying, be extra careful. That man probably knows, or probably noticed we are up to something. Knowing what we
Well,
know now, be extra careful around him.
that's something different. I'm still walking on ice.
Like we do every day.
Like we do every day. Let's
Good
go.
talk, gang.
Good guy.
All right. So
Yeah.
Ardos, after
Yeah.
making the decision, you travel. Travel's the right word, it implies a longer journey than it is. You quickly ask around, find out where Lord Fell is. He's in his study, and you do find him. Find him in his study, sitting at his desk, reading his own letter with a frown on his face, a thoughtful frown. And he looks up and says,
Lord
"Ah,
Fell.
Ardos, I can only assume you also got a letter."
Yes, it's about Wyvern Fall. It seems like duty calls.
Yes. It says, well, the orcs might be an issue, but they're not quite the existential threat as the dragons. If you wish, you can leave. I understand. I will be taking care of things here before heading out west to deal with those scaly monsters.
Arthos just looks a bit confused and just like, as you said, they're in existential crisis. I don't mean to overstep boundaries, Lord Fell, but I am curious as to what you have to handle.
He just tries and says, well, this is one of those things that, how do they say, you should deal with personal. So once I get everything set up and ensure I can run, that my castle and my fief can run securely in my absence, I will be personally heading west to see what I can see.
I see. If that is the case, I've also noticed that we have your retainers with you. You have some noblemen in your court. This may once again seem like I'm overstepping my bounds, but if you still need to figure things out here, may I suggest that maybe I could have them accompany me for the defense of Ivanfall?
Bold move, dude.
Bold move.
Bold
Hey,
move.
if you have to stay here, why
Yeah.
don't you give us some men so we can go fight the dragons, Mister?
Nice.
I've got
No, but
I have
that's
something
nice.
So
That's really good.
important to do.
Yeah, and then I say
That's
like,
so good.
and I clarify this: if my castle was near, I would bring my own men, but that's too far.
He says, I understand. Well, they have brought only their retinues. They do not have their armies. They need to return home and raise them as well. Unfortunately, raising an army is a painfully slow business.
It is.
It does take time.
The retinues may have to do here, just defenders on the wall.
The dude is dodging left and right. Man.
He says, no, it is out of the question.
Yeah.
I will give my orders. They will be leaving within the day, but it will take time.
Well, if that is the case, my lord, then I shall leave ahead, make sure I can assist in the defense, for they call for me.
He's gonna look at you and says, you don't have any children, do you? That does not strike me as wise, going out to die on the walls.
I do have one child though. Does he not know?
Wait, we did celebrate it for.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
we
do.
did. I do have
Yeah.
a son, but the son's
you-
really young. It's still the same thing. It's still kind of problematic. But like,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
I do have a son.
You're
You
gonna
do
die,
have
and they're
a-
gonna put the baby in the chair and go perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Wait, hold on.
His lo-
Did
his
he
lordship
know
demands-
and deliberately is threatening you? Damn it! I hate this
No,
dude.
no. I think it's just more of like, it's
Question?
either. No, I think wait, Falcon. Was that like an out of character thing or in character? Thomas doesn't know that I have a son.
In character, Thomas does not know.
Oh,
Or at least
really?
you don't think he does.
Okay.
Then I just say that. Well, I just follow along. I just say like, well, may not be the most wise, but we all have a duty to Amorta.
Says, that is true. But as I recall, you have money. Which helps you hire people to do your duty for you. Perhaps once you have an heir produced, then I can understand you throwing your life away so recklessly.
Oh, he's baiting you into getting mad.
I kind of just say that. Well, it's an excellent suggestion. It's just that will take time as well. Getting the gold figured out, contracts and mercenaries, finding the right ones.
Weren't you planning to send nobles and their retinues to the wall?
Well, I'm going there with them. It's just that mercenaries, the moment the promise of gold is gone, they're running away.
Yes, that's why I make it a policy of half up front and half upon completion of the job.
Still, when it comes to
I can't-
life and death,
I kind of asked.
They're
I
just gonna run
asked Lord Fell. Have you been to the walls yourself, Lord Fell?
Yes, I did my stint at, not at Wyvernfell, but at Fort Crown. I always thought they'd go for that first, but I guess they assume Wyvernfall's defenses are weak. But they're not exactly wrong about that.
Well, I think you are right in most things. You're right here. Probably smarter to hire someone else to defend Wyvernfall. And that putting noblemen and their retinues to there is not incredibly smart. But Lord Fell, you know who I am. You know my history. And simply put, I just think it's just better that I go to the walls myself.
He's gonna put the letter down and just walk out from behind his desk and says, I do not think it is wise, but it is your life after all. You are right about that. It is your life. Just do not ask others to sacrifice their lives in the same way that you would sacrifice yours. Especially if especially if you choose to, if you wish to take that choice from them.
I hate this
You're-
guy. Just on the
That's where
record,
it's like-
I hate this dude.
You're very right. However, if you're surrounded by friends that are willing to die for you, it's kind of hard to tell them to stop.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. You have, and you are willing to lead from the front, that alone will inspire me.
Why is Justin so fucking good at this game?
And
Yeah.
he kinda
He played
turns around.
Pendragon.
Yeah, he turns around, and when he opens the door, he looks back and he says that I go to these walls because I think in a time so desperate as ours, where loyalty is most important, it's important to show an example of that loyalty.
All right.
Beyond gold, beyond glory, beyond family blood, it's by my oath to Amorta that still stands. And if it calls me to Wyvernfall, then I shall go there. Thank you for
Got
the
it.
worries, Lord Fell. but duty calls.
He's gonna say, but yes. He's gonna say, yes. Best of luck to you, Artus. And before you go, though, I do have one last question to ask.
What is it, my lord?
And this is idle curiosity, but it is definitely just like I said, it is idle curiosity. You did spend much time in the library when we weren't having our talks. My library is vast. I have not had a chance to read anything. Did you find anything interesting? Anything that might help us with this situation?
Bait.
He says, he looks towards Lord Fel and he just says that you were so kind enough to lead me to your library, and there was something that did catch my eye. I look towards him and I just say that there was one book, Tarask.
What the fuck, dude?
The fuck, dude?
Yeah.
The
Holy
fuck?
shit,
He doesn't. He just looks mildly confused. He's just, what is that word? Hang on, I need better music than this. Hang on.
Wait, we
Oh,
had music?
God.
Hold on, I'm gonna...
So let me get this straight.
The fuck,
I'm
dude?
usually the one who does the reckless things, but then Archos pulls the gun and plants it on the table.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Holy shit,
Listen,
dude.
we have. He thinks that. Okay, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Which normal person who thinks that they're actually onto his plot would say that? Oh yeah, I know the Tarask, right? Like, I'm trying to maintain his character. Okay,
No,
his
no, it's
reputation.
great. I
No,
love
it's
it.
great.
It's
It's
just-
just
it's
bold
so
move.
risky. I know it's bold, but you gotta make bold moves here, guys.
I feel like this is almost like, you know, it's like, hey, we called off the mission, but let me
Yeah.
just see if I can kick him in the balls just once before we
That's
leave.
really accurate.
Hang on. Like I said, I need to find some good music here.
Oh,
good.
God.
Oh god.
A boss bar just fills
Yeah.
the screen.
Oh shit! And then I get blasted from the castle
Yeah.
always.
Dark Souls memes where it's just
Yeah.
like duh, 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 duh.
Yeah, so the second phase of Vort's theme plays. Alright, here, let's see if this plays. I have no idea why it's playing, and
Oh, experience it all.
Yeah.
Visit
There
the
we go.
US.
Oh,
I am doing
ads! Amazing!
yeah.
that.
What's
Okay.
this ad?
almost like the ad.
Sports. Interesting.
It's almost like the ads are tailored to what I watch.
I
But yeah,
hate sport.
Ooh, okay, I like this music.
yeah.
music.
So he's
Nice.
gonna look at you. He's gonna say, "What is that word?"
Annihilation.
Taras. Why bring that up? What did you read in there?
Ugh. Somehow it's related to all the things that the statue, somehow a creature so incredibly large, gargantuan to the point where the only thing it can mean is destruction. However, well, it's a bit of a concern. They're not really the dragons knocking on our gates now, are they?
He's thinking for him, and then he walks quickly until he's standing like just close to you. It says, "Artus, when I asked for like what you read, I didn't mean old wives' tales. Like that sounds worrisome, but it also sounds like something out of a legend. Like it's what would if such a creature even existed? I mean, sure, it could definitely be used against the dragons, but I don't see like how such a thing could be tamed, and that's of course assuming it exists at all.
Tamed?
He's more
it's,
talkative than usual.
Yeah, it's like when I asked, I meant for. I'm saying this because I'm trying to buy myself time.
I know,
Yeah.
but he's more
Um,
talkative than you.
yeah.
Joel. I'm just
I
saying.
think Falcon was not expecting you to do that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Thumb up.
Yeah, so he's just like, Ardos,
Sorry, did you
I'm
want
not
a
sure what
different
this. I understand. I'm not
answer?
sure an old wives' tale has to do with it, but I mean, if you seem to think that it
Wait.
has something to do with this, please tell me everything.
oh fuck,
Oh no!
It's...
you're gonna be
Wisdom
all by
save?
yourself.
Oh my
Wait, I
god.
gave you inspiration last
Okay.
session.
Yeah.
Like inspiration, like bardic inspiration?
Yes,
Yes.
bardic
Yeah.
inspiration.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, we all have inspiration, by the way. I think Finn
Yes.
also does have one.
If you
Oh,
think,
shit.
Oh no.
No.
so he looks at you and says, Ardos, if you think that this can help us, then please tell me everything.
Wait, are those? Do you have
Uh,
indomitable?
I'm checking. I don't think I have that at my level. I think it's still
Oh.
later on. I think it's literally level 8.
Come on! Fuck!
Wait, when you say we all have inspiration, is that like the reroll
Bardic.
inspiration?
That's Bardic.
No, but
Okay.
I have one. Wait. Well, oh, because Finn did something else. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I
You
think you
never-
got inspiration.
Yeah, I got
doing something
inspiration.
Crazy.
Yeah, from
Yeah, you-
stuff I did
Oh
earlier.
God. Oh
No.
Jesus
Can you
Christ.
give inspiration? Like that, like reroll to someone else if you wanted to? Like I know that's just something you can do.
Not
with
now, you
inspiration.
can't.
No, I don't think you can.
And
I
you are
think
the only
we've-
one
we've-
there.
We've
Damn it.
expended
No,
already.
wait, I'm
Listen,
confused. What
listen,
inspiration are we talking
listen,
about? The
we're
reroll or
not
the
gonna
bardic?
shit roll it, we're just gonna have to roll with it.
No, hold on,
we're
hold
talking
on.
about
Great.
the...
It's Bardic for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Isaac gave it to you earlier.
Okay, no, because
yeah.
because like here's the thing what I hate. It's like bardic inspiration gets confused with inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, inspiration and bardic inspiration are two separate things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
two
so,
different
so
things.
I was
It's a
just
reroll.
clarifying if Finn has like
Bardic
inspiration.
is like a D6, D8,
Yeah.
Yeah.
D12.
Yeah. So you have Bardic, but Ardos, he does. Thomas continues. He says, I know I seem flustered, but between like hearing that Wyvern falls on its last legs and you saying that there might be something here, tell me everything you know about this Tarask. If there is a chance that maybe it could be used, do you think there's a chance it could be used to stop this? Do you think we could harness its strength? Tell me, what are your thoughts on this? And
Is-
Ardos,
what's the wisdom? What does the wisdom saving throw mean that I have to do now? in terms
you
of
are
answering?
charmed by this fellow, impressed by his. Well, like I said, you're charmed, and in this case, like he seems a little agitated. So you might want to like set his mind at ease a bit. I mean, and also keeping in mind that knowing what you know, and also like you're not forgetting that you know what you know about this guy. You're not forgetting what you suspect, but he genuinely does seem agitated by this, and you
I-
can't. But he
He's
may
your
not.
friend. You want to say you
Yeah.
want to reassure your friend that
So his
everything-
question was like, is it something like the tale
He said
that?
his request was, "Tell me what you know. Everything."
No
But
loopholes.
knowing-
So that's vague enough that like
Yeah.
listen, like you don't have to tell him everything about our secret plan to kill him, but you can maybe say
Yeah.
you could maybe talk about, hey, we sure learned a lot about Tarask.
Yeah.
Yeah, you read
You know,
about.
honestly, I think it's gonna be up to
Yeah.
Falcon and
Our-
Justin.
Yeah, Justin. Oh boy.
Depending on like you do you.
I think knowing what he knows, right, and like he seems very like agitated and like very like
Yeah, like
feeling- he's,
genuinely worried.
Yeah, he looks
Like,
genuine. I just
Maybe he's just in over his head. He might not be what he seems to be, but he's just in over his head. You don't know.
Yeah, I just kind of say that, well, Lord Fall, it's just that the feeling that I have from these statues, my first-hand experience looking at them and seeing this creature itself, I speak from a place of experience where I feel that those two are connected. Their origins seem to be tied to Immorta's past, and It scares me that remnants are scattered around the land, and it seems like there's something going on all around that might lead to this potentially coming back. For if remnants are rising up again in the hands of many different houses, it's placed in their hands. It isn't. They didn't just find it, did they? I don't think so. That's too much
No,
of a
I don't. I
coincidence.
agree. They didn't. It's if one or two, maybe it's a coincidence, just delving into ruins and having an idle curiosity. But if many houses are having this, and as you say, in many places, then it's a conspiracy. I
Beyond
just
that, Immorta can handle as of the moment.
this- and you see, he just walks. So he just leans on his desk, facing away from you. Says, "Enemies within and enemies without." And just he looks up at the window behind his desk, and then before turning around and says, "For now, one problem at a time. Whether the orcs breach breach the defenses over at Rodri's wall, or whether or not they move south, that unfortunately is beyond our hands. But as you said, Fort Wyvenfall is within our direct reach, and it can be saved. I, as I said, I will not send my nobles and their retinues out there, but they do live pretty close to me, so I can reach them fairly quickly, and I will have their armies ready to go within the month. It'll take some time. It won't take quite as long to get there as it would to get from, say, your home, but know that you will, if you choose to go to Wyvernfall, you will have reinforcements incoming.
That's all I could ask for. I assume I'm still charmed, right?
Yes.
I just can't say Lord Fall. I would you. It seems you also have taken an interest through what I've found. I guess it wasn't just me that thinks this is a conspiracy, right?
My house, yes. I mean, on the one hand, my house is an ancient house, so I do have an interest in history. But at the same time, if what you're saying is true, that idols of this thing, this Tarask, are popping up across the land, it is definitely indicative of a conspiracy.
Well, while it is not. Well, we have other problems. If. Do you want to stay updated on this matter?
Says, I'll have my nobles go, and I will see what I can find from my library, if any.
Well, I. If ever that you want an update in. Well, maybe. What's the word? Investigation of mine, then feel free to ask.
I will. You're a good man, Artus. We need more like you in this day and age.
Well, thank you for that. I
You're
mean, maybe with your own experience and prestige, maybe we need more men like you.
he smiles and says, "All right, I'll begin drafting the letters to let them know we are going to let the nobles know we are going to war with the Dragons again." And he sits down by his desk, pulls out a paper and quill. He's just writing the orders down.
I nod and just say, then I shall take my leave, Lord Fel.
It's just good luck to you, Lord Artos.
Thank you. And I'm just gonna go. God, when this wears off, I fucking bash my head into a wall.
Yeah, it's you get like a bit down the hall. You're halfway down the stairs when it does wear off, and you realize, oh shit, what did I just say to him?
Yeah, I bash my head into a wall. I'm just like, fuck, and I just go. I have no time. I just gotta go.
It's time to leave.
Time to
Time
leave.
to leave.
Yes.
I will say this. because I don't remember if we had confirmed if Celeste was coming with us or
No,
not.
I don't. I think Celeste would. I think Celeste
So-
is staying.
Yeah, well,
Celeste-
there's a conversation that
Mhm.
Isaac's having with Celeste
Yes.
right now.
In the meantime, cutting over to to a clothesline built on top of one of the walls, facing a large cliff that faces westward. Celeste is hanging the laundry to dry and arguing and saying, "I'm not going with you to Wyvern Fall."
Um, that's actually not necessarily what I was gonna talk to her about, but it's similar. It's basically like I'm not telling her to come to Wyvern
Okay.
Fall. I want to get her on a boat and get her out of here.
Yeah, actually, if that's the case, that's what she's going to. You're not going to take much convincing for her to do that.
I'm basically I go to her and this is essentially how some of the conversation goes.
Yeah.
It says, I know how much you're scared of everything that has happened.
Yes.
And considering recent events and decisions that have been made, I think it is best that you head east. Get in a boat and get away from Amorta. I'll stay and do what I can. And maybe one day you can come back and it'll be a better place.
She says, "I hope so."
I do kind of grab her hand and just hold it for a moment. And there is a aching pain on Isaac's face. And he just kind of says, I just wish I could be stronger. I wish I could be better.
I wish none of this had happened. She's making a point to like not look. I think it's like the one brief glimpse of her face you get, you just see she's crying.
Yeah. The idea of not seeing you again, it hurts me. But I know it is for the best.
To know.
I let go of her hand. I'll
So
say, we should be on our way.
yes. Just as soon as the laundry's finished being.
She's still worried about the laundries.
Yeah, she says,
Damn.
I don't want to give them a reason to suspect.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, so she's going to turn and start hanging the laundry a little faster than before.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac, despite what everybody was thinking, despite what Isaac was, what everybody else was thinking,
I believed in you. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know
who
we
did
don't believe in you.
Who did the
How
reckless
dare
thing
you?
this episode, Justin? Who did the reckless thing?
Hey, listen. I'm
Yeah.
not saying I am faultless in any way. I'm just
I
saying,
plead the
right? I
fifth.
believed in you. I believed in you.
So Isaac does rejoin. You know, I'm assuming everybody's getting ready to leave.
Yep.
Isaac just kind of joins like the group, you know, that are heading out of the
Alright.
castle.
Before
And-
you are leaving, Finn, out of nowhere, drags you to a corner and just like, talk. Now, what did you see?
Sorry, I'm just thinking how I'm going to respond to this.
Take your time.
Isaac simply says, I simply said goodbye.
Not what you said, but what you saw. remember? And before you think of any tricks, know that I know you too well. So think carefully before you spit any lies.
I saw a vision, Finn, of this great sleeper, this annihilator, this Chirask, destroying a mortar. I saw the vision of the Reckoners. I've seen and had many dreams of late. Pieces and fragments of information. There are no lies or deception at this point. There is only us going into the fray again and again and again, and desperately holding on to the things that we hold dear.
To your surprise, Finn gives you a nod. He's not accusing you for the first time, but he was like, I always knew something was wrong. I didn't know what exactly, but I had a hunch. And my hunch was right. You saw that thing in your visions or your sights. Any glimpses of how it was stopped in the first place?
If I knew that, I wouldn't have to have told the person who I love to leave this place. So leave me be. And I leave.
Right. After that, Ardos gathers his retinue together. You mount your horses, and I assume you're heading westward then.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. Passing through the mountains takes some days.
Before we do all
It's-
that, I did assemble a squad before. Just
Yeah, you
saying.
assembled the
Yes.
Suicide Squad.
Yep.
We have a different mission now, boys. It's suicide, but in a different way. I'm sorry, boys.
Don't worry, you still get to die.
If that's what you wish, there's probably a high probability you are still gonna die. So, no worries there.
This is gonna sound annoying, but this is the first time Finn directly disobeyed an order and
Ah, god damn it.
have the squad stay. So basically, the squad stays there, monitoring the whole situation.
Okay, monitoring.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
He didn't specifically call the strike, but he did say if anything goes wrong, according to the plan, there's two parts of the plan. One part is to strike down Fel or any, high-end officers that could leave the castle.
Yep.
That part is out of the equation because there's not enough manpower, and Finn doesn't want his men to die for nothing. So
Yeah.
he gave the order of staying put, staying closely to the shadows, not getting spotted, monitor the whole situation, and send out a notice, either by Raven or by horse, the moment something seems off. Yeah. That's it. So along half the way, as Ardos was talking about, jokingly, we still have a direction to die. He would notice some of the men are missing.
Would he notice that, or are you trying to keep that secret?
I tried as
I mean,
as
based
much as
on
I
numbers,
could.
I
but-
would know. I
Yeah.
would know that there's some people missing.
Yeah, especially those
Yeah.
around Finn.
They could have just.
Yeah.
They could have just going to take a leak.
Well,
They had to go.
Heck of a lead.
Actually, I'm gonna explain it like this. Finn already covered their tracks for them by using many other means, saying, okay, they're
Yeah.
probably late,
I'm just-
they will catch
I'm
up.
just curious.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, Robin. Are you
Yeah.
being honest with Artos right now on the way to?
He is not.
Oh, yeah,
he's
by the
not.
way,
Ta-
I
he's
love
not
the Super
telling
Squad over
Artos.
there.
He's not telling Artos up front. That's for sure.
Oh,
But
but you're saying that Artos might be able to.
will
put that together.
eventually caught up with the situation because missing like we are a small group, remember, we traveled
Yes.
here in a small group. Missing a bunch, like 5 of them, is noticeable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just
Gotcha.
saying that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if there's 5 people missing, like before they even leave, Arthos is gonna ask, "Where's the other 5?"
Well,
Yeah.
like I said, Finn covered for them as much as it could. So
How?
Hey.
I
yeah,
would
you
I would
know
just
what?
say
You know what,
okay.
Finn?
I would just say they are covering up
Tell me
because
a
okay,
tale.
okay.
Tell us a
I'm
tale.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. He'll just say, my lord, regarding to the situation we're facing, I send out the men for scouting, and if it's possible, I would try to, because the road is not safe right now. I'll try to keep them far away from the main group and report back if anything happened.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent lie.
That's
Yeah.
pretty decent. That is pretty decent, actually.
Yeah.
God damn. What?
A deception check versus Ardos's insight, and Ardos, you make your insight with disadvantage because that is a pretty good line. It does appeal.
It is. It appeals to Arthos as well. It's smart.
Okay.
Plus, I think
Double
Arthos
that
trusts
20s.
Finn.
Here
11.
we go. Oh no.
Yeah.
You might actually be able to see through this.
At disadvantage, let's see. Roll twice, sir.
Oh.
You guys, I trust you
Yes!
guys, right? I told you.
Yes.
I told you.
You trusted
I trust my
me.
people too much. I believe. Fucking, I'm not one with Isaac as well. But
Yeah.
like, is it gonna wake up? It will soon.
Yeah.
Not one. Okay, I believe you. Finn, hey, they're scouting ahead of us. Not one. I believe you. Fuck. It's so frustrating.
This
but
is so good.
Archie's flaw.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to be. I feel like we get away with like the worst lies.
Well, I'm not putting up worst lies. I'm putting up my good lies. It's just my rolls are terrible.
I just think it's funny because like poor Arnos it puts so much faith in
Yeah.
us, and Isaac is trying. At least I'm trying to be a better person, but I keep
Yeah.
seeing my honor score, and I'm like,
Nope.
I can't really be
Yeah.
that good quite yet.
Well,
Yeah.
can I have a question? After
Uh.
all of this, my honor score is 13. Is there a
Is it
possible way to
increased?
raise it after all of this?
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I think at this point you should.
He
Crucify
deserves
one.
one. Yeah.
Oh my god, let's
You
go.
deserve it.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Dude,
That's
go.
been.
I feel like Arthos
We
has
needed
been
this session.
trying his best. I think Arthos has been trying his best to tread the right path, you know?
Yeah,
And
he
it's
did.
so rocky. Like
Yeah.
conspiracy. And there's just like everything. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
He's a soldier. Like he's not built for this like he's good by nature, but he
this
detests it.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Because you've got two kind of like liar and cheats who are like you're like best friends essentially,
Yeah.
and you are just ill equipped to
Yeah,
deal
to
with
deal
the
with
way
that.
Immortal
Yeah.
works.
Mhm.
And it's like, man, this place sucks.
But I feel like to get to that path, you can't exactly be like a politician. I feel like a soldier is needed to get to that end, you know?
Yeah.
No, I know. That's why I love it. That's why I
Yeah,
love
you
it.
need to
It's
work.
cool, but like
Yeah, work
I'm
it
also
out.
I can see fucking Arthos dying very quickly at some point in my future, but like whatever.
Foreshadowing.
We make our way to the fort, I guess. We'll go to.
Yeah.
We'll all die there together. Let's just
Yeah,
hold
guys,
hands and
let's
walk into
go.
the
Yes.
flames.
Let's go.
All right. So, like I said, you are traveling west at your best speed, um, through the mountains and then down to the more fertile plains between the mountains and the sea. Uh, like I said, you do notice that they are missing, but during the couple of weeks it takes to make the travel to the coast, um, you don't actually get any reports from the scouts. So
Yeah.
leading
Is that
Ardos to wonder if
is that enough to like get alarm bells in my head and
a
like get
bit
worried?
either nothing is going on or they met a sticky end.
Yeah. I guess maybe at one point I do ask Finn that he is concerned that there's been no reports and asked for Finn to check up on them or at least find them.
My lord,
Or
they
get the
report
check
to
in.
me through other means. Don't worry about it. They're fine.
Okay, come on. Can I get another chance at insight at this point? It's been weeks.
Do it.
Yes.
Weeks. Give
Do
her
it.
poor-
Yes.
give poor
Do I need to
Ardos
roll
another
for
chance.
deception again?
Probably.
All right.
Is this still disadvantage?
8. Oh, 8.
No, it's not with disadvantage anymore because now you're actually like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Okay.
that ain't right.
Nice.
I look towards
Something ain't
Finn.
right.
We
Yes.
2 sticks from the fort, and you're gonna get so mad.
Weeks.
I say, Finn, you've never failed to give me a report regardless of things have and haven't happened. Where are they?
This is where Finn like kind of bows at Ardos and just say someone has to stay behind.
You left the 5 behind?
Someone has to.
Okay.
I gave them my word that before I died, none of their families will suffer at anything.
That's not Finn. I gave a direct order that all men will be leading towards
All due respect,
Wyvern
my
Hall.
lord. Not leaving a man behind is dumb and a strategic failure. If we couldn't know anything about our enemies and what they're doing, we are doomed. You know better than anyone.
Are we gonna just roll initiative? That's what's about to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all in for it. If you want to do that, I will go
God.
bare
You know
hand,
what's really
like
funny?
hand-to-hand
Okay,
combat
before
with
things get
Ardos.
crazy, I think
Like,
what's
for real.
hilarious about everything that has just happened is that
Yeah.
Falcon was like, all right, this session, we're gonna get them to Wyvern Fall and we're gonna do some stuff there. And everything that's happened before that has been
The foreplay.
insanity.
The foreplay is the most important.
Yeah.
Know that.
All
right.
God.
Like, are we
All right,
doing
well,
this or not?
How does Arctos respond to that?
Are we doing this or not?
I look towards Finn and I just say that for the sake of what we've had, the loyalty have shown up at this point, I will let this slide. But I have you know, next time that you disobey another direct order when I need trust the most, and I said I needed trust, I needed understanding, I needed loyalty, that I expect you to follow. Dumb, sure, but understand that Lord Fell already knows, is suspicious about all of us, and if any of our men are caught within those walls, you have not only doomed those 5 men, you have doomed my house, and you have doomed my wife and my child.
Finn looks at you and just say, and I'll protect them with my life and everything I have. And if they die, their blood's on my hand. So never forget that. Never forget what your people are doing for you.
And your one life is not enough.
I know. How
It's
about
not
my
gonna, If
family?
you die, it's not gonna stop everything. That's why we need everyone together, and you left those 5 men. You've ordered them, and you've disobeyed me. You want to protect my wife? Protect the people of our house, then listen to me.
This time he doesn't argue with you. He just looks at you, bows, and says nothing.
I also
Arthos
don't
just
think
leaves.
I don't think Isaac was there for that. I think Isaac has been kind of like.
You're probably asleep.
No, I think Isaac throughout this entire like trip to Wyvernfall has probably kept to himself for the most part.
Okay.
So I probably wasn't there for
Oh,
that.
actually, can Arthos go straight to Isaac?
Sure.
Isaac, get up!
Yeah, let's do a check-in
Wake up.
with every single person.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do a check-in.
How did you literally kick down the door and go, okay, Isaac, what did you do to screw me over today? Sure, okay, what do
Go
you
for
want
it.
to say to Isaac?
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
I just enter the tent and I just say, "Did you know?"
I actually blink my eyes a little bit.
And I say, my lord, I did not.
He kind of looks like that. He just
Sorry,
kinda
what were you-
looks, no, he actually looks at you just like. So you did not know that Finn has disregarded my direct order and left 5 men that he said was scouting behind at the castle.
May I be honest with you, Atos?
You agree with this decision?
I just sent somebody who I cared about dearly to leave this land of Amorta, and I will never see them again. A connection that I thought could be rekindled is probably gone and out of my reach for the rest of my remaining days. And thoughts of deception and subterfuge have not been on my mind as of late. So whether or not I agree with Finn's decision, it's like you said, we have to deal with this threat to the west.
Arthos just like then looks at you, maybe takes a step back and just kind of maybe the way you spoke and what you just said kind of cools his head and he just says that. So you told me not to just leave Immorta then. It's final?
I told Celeste to leave Immortal.
Oh, so that's sorry, Celeste, my bad.
Yeah,
No, he
Celeste,
just
that's alright.
says that is probably for the best. I can't guarantee that even how much I want to protect Immorta that it will stand in the next months.
It's safer for her. Far away from here and far away from me. I don't necessarily agree with Finn's decision to keep men at High Peak, considering everything that happened. Part of me does think that having people there to at least keep an eye on the place is not entirely to our disadvantage. However, I have tried to be much more honest and upfront with my decisions with you, Artos. Because I'm just so tired of lying and I'm just so tired of fighting, and I don't know how much longer I can keep this facade up.
Well, you You don't have to keep it up around us. It, as I gotten into this whole court, these Game of Thrones knives and deceit and intrigue. Even as I try to stay honest, it's been taking its toll on me, and I don't know how long it takes its toll on you. Isaac, when this is all over, when things go well, I recommend that you should leave my charge and take a ship and find Celeste again. If that's what you wish.
Isaac thinks for a long moment, and he says, Perhaps that would be... It's a nice thought. I guess we'll have to save Amorta before we even get to that decision, I suppose.
Well, Isaac, if saving Immorta should be enough for you to redeem yourself.
I do kind of chuckle. And I do say, before I guess I wander off, I know that this world has been cruel to many, and it's been especially hard on you. But I feel you've made and inspired a lot of people to become better. It certainly had its effect on me. I'll give him a respectful nod, and I'll make my way.
I'll make my way as well. And I think Arthos is just gonna be like, we needed those 5 men, you know? Well,
Well,
We
I
needed
guess
them
we'll see.
here.
We'll
Well,
see what
I-
happens now at the
like-
castle, I guess.
well, I'll just say this. For Finn, like, he was gonna stay, and he explicitly told the men he was gonna stay. But because of the situation changed,
yeah.
stuff
for
happened.
sure.
So he guaranteed he basically banked on his life to make sure, those families are looked after if anything ever happened. So he is also in a ton of stress right now.
Where I
Yeah.
think all of
Yeah.
us are
Us
so
are so
stressed
stressed.
and are
Yeah.
like under pressure, and then we're about to go to Wyvernfall and
Yeah.
have like a bunch of crazy shit happen over
Yeah.
there.
Especially
gonna
for
play-
Finn, he's like double-sided pressure.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is like your backstory, all
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
So...
This is gonna look like
Yeah.
Space Marine 2, guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Yay! That would be awesome if we ever did that.
All right. So Falcon, were you expecting any of this?
Probably
No,
not,
unfortunately,
right?
I'm not sure what I was expecting this session.
I feel like this session kind of went off the rails
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, it's yes.
I think it was fun. I think
Yeah, it was
great.
it was
fun.
really
I love
fun.
it.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me like let's just take 5 for a second. I'm
all
gonna.
good, all good.
Taking
I think
a
we
break
also we need
from
All
that.
three of us need to sizzle. We need to sizzle a bit. with what
Yeah.
just happened.
Sizzle. All right, let's give him
Yeah.
the
You know,
break as he processes
Yeah.
everything that just happened.
I am so surprised more and
Yeah.
more how I don't know. Like I know I'm role playing Arthos, but my God, I think like I'm so surprised by his character
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this guy is really trying, guys. He really is.
Yeah.
Aren't we
He's
all?
like a father who's just doing his
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
literally the archetype. He's just
Yeah.
trying his best.
I just,
Yeah.
I just said, I feel like Artos is the kind of character that he's trying so hard, and there's so many
Yeah.
dirtbags in this world,
Yeah.
and some of them are even on his team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because like being a
Yes.
good guy doesn't mean you have to, you have all the options laid out for you. It's more like you
Yes.
have to make the tough call. And sometimes
Yeah.
even
Take-
if you
I
make
feel,
the call.
I feel like Artos' like code in
Yeah.
this setting makes
Is-
it so
yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I am like I always love like hearing like your speeches because
Mhm.
your speeches are always so on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A moral
Because it's
compass.
like especially Isaac has spent so much of his time using like words to manipulate people and to deceive and to use subterfuge, and like you just cut through all that bullshit and are just honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
good.
why
Ardos,
you're
That's
our
my
leader.
guy. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Ardos is proof. He's the reason wisdom and intelligence are two separate scores on
Yep.
his
Yeah.
character sheet.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, they're both above average. They're 12 and 12 actually. They're the same.
Yeah.
Proving once again, a moral compass is what that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Ardos. That's his. I mean, his personality trait. He's a
Yeah.
very straightforward kind of guy.
Yeah.
His thing is, I like to face things head on.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he's like, let's get out to Wyvernfall. I hate this intrigue. I hate this.
hate
backstab. I hate
this
keeping
bullshit.
track of who's trying to kill
I
who.
think
I want to go out and
Artos-
stab something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Artos hated High Peak. I think
Yeah.
he's like, I'm so glad we're
Yeah.
leaving. And
I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
the thing is, it's like the reason why he was so quick to call off the mission is
Mhm.
because like I just look towards his bond and it's like I will never leave a friend behind, and it's just
Yeah.
like no. I think if Arthos was more cutthroat,
Mhm.
like he would be like, yeah, fuck it, leave the 5 here.
Yeah.
Let's all go fucking to Hive to
Yeah.
the Wyvern Fall, right? But
Mhm.
I think just falling into that thing where Arthos is just like, in an emotional sense, he's just so done with like leaving people behind.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, and like sending people through their deaths. So he's just gonna
Yeah.
be like, I need people by my side, and it's not like he doesn't hide it behind strategy. He's just like,
Mhm.
I need people by my side because he
Yeah.
just does not want to stand alone
Yeah.
facing all of this. You know.
Ye-
So yeah, like
Kind of like
I
Captain
fell into
America, just trying to save everyone all the
Yeah,
time.
a little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I
Captain
think the,
Immortal.
Yeah, Captain
Yeah.
America.
I think the other thing
Nice.
that's also interesting is that like I am 1,000% going to be honest. I really wanted to just disobey you, and just go do something reckless.
Yeah,
like you said.
I know.
But it's I'm like, especially since when you rolled that nat 1 and I lied against you for like how, you know, how much time we have. I'm thinking like, I think Isaac really kind of hated himself for lying to you in that moment, and especially the speech you gave him made him kind of like think about everything that he's done and everything he is at this moment, and he's being like a lot more self-reflective. So I will say this: if anything, I think the visit to High Peak Castle has definitely changed Isaac. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna think a lot about how I play him in the future.
All right, let's change Finn next. we have something very.
No, but Finn has
We're
already
gonna be
changed.
changing him next.
No.
Yeah.
If in case you guys didn't notice, Finn was always obeying the orders, but
Now he
he
disobeyed.
changed because he feels
Oh
like
my god, we swapped.
Yeah, we
fucking
swapped Isaac and Finn.
Oh!
Like, you know why? Because from being a good soldier and now seeing more of what Immortal happens, Finn kind of firms himself in aiding like Ardos to be the Lord. He's also sick of the world for being a shithole as it is, but his strategy is entirely different. He's gonna do all the dirty work for him, you know? All the things he
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
want to do.
Kind of like, yeah,
No.
Isaac is kind of like trying to like reflect on himself and
Yeah.
try and follow an artist's example. And I feel like Finn, you're kind of like doubling down on.
Yeah,
like,
he's
you
treading
be
through the
protected.
fire just to push
Yeah.
him up, no matter what will do to himself or
Yeah.
you know, emotionally or even their bond. Like he's putting that on the risk. He's
That's that. I will
Yeah.
say this: that I like that you're like, yeah, I'm going to risk this friendship
Yeah.
just to keep you alive.
yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is with Arthos, I feel like for him, it's not about his development; it's about sticking to what he has.
True.
Right? Like I think that's such a strong
Yeah.
point to Arthos, where I feel like I think every major point or arc in this, it's like there's always been such a higher stake involved,
Mhm.
and like making it so much harder for Arthos to keep his bond. You
Yeah.
know, like to keep like his honor, so to
Mhm.
speak, because I feel like it gets
Yeah.
harder and
Yeah.
harder and more pressure, and it's like, and I feel like the more he can resist it, like it's just fuck. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give yourself inspiration. by the
Nice.
way, Arda. Like
Hey.
actual
Hey.
inspiration, not bardic. Actual.
Oh, but I already have one. Does that mean I have
don't,
two?
I don't.
Sorry, Ardos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, only
Oh,
others?
I
Okay,
don't
got
have.
it.
I don't have one. I don't have inspiration.
Got it.
Yeah, Ardos. I will give yourself inspiration.
Yeah,
Because
let's
you've
go.
been-
Nice.
I got actual inspiration this time around.
Sweet.
I'm honored that
let's-
my speech has hit well.
Yeah.
I've watched many shows for
Yes.
to learn.
All right, well, we're gonna go kill some dragons. We're all gonna feel better about ourselves, and then
Yeah.
we'll go to therapy
we're
afterwards.
done.
Yeah.
Let's go to therapy. Back it up. We're going to therapy.
Therapeutic killing.
We have gold for that. We have the
Yeah.
money for therapy.
Exactly.
I don't
Nice.
have to worry about therapy. I have money.
Money.
Beautiful.
I have
Yeah.
financial security.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we will be. I guess this is a natural stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, yeah, because this will give me time to figure out what happened. Because
Okay.
I am basically for y'all, I'm running 3 concurrent campaigns, so I need some time to keep all this
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay.
straight in my head.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Um,
Take your time.
Yeah, so there is that, and hopefully one day we will be able to do this and not have to worry about scheduling or
Yeah.
whatever.
One
I'm-
day.
One day.
I'm so sorry. I'm just.
Yeah, we know.
when-
Don't
when
worry
I'm
about it.
transitioning,
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
no,
you-
no worries.
You're gonna be the guy who turns Ubisoft around and makes it
Yeah.
a great company. And
There you go.
Well, I'm not in that
Do
company,
it.
so.
you will be
Please.
the Ubisoft Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Ubisoft great again. We're gonna make Assassin's Creed and we're gonna have EA pay for it.
Yeah.
We'll go back to something simple.
Yeah.
Remake Assassin's Creed 1.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, you know
so
what's funny? That worked for Capcom. They've just been
Yeah.
remaking all the Resident Evil games.
True.
Yeah. Well, they did make they did make that new one or two new ones. So
They did.
They
But it's
did,
funny because some
yeah.
people pointed out that the remake sold better than
Yeah.
the new ones.
yeah.
I mean, to their credit, it's actually like really good.
Oh no,
remakes.
they're
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
good remakes. It's just it's just funny.
It's just
to
funny.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Oh,
Nostalgic, I guess.
So yeah. By the way, like I said, I did have a question for
Mhm.
It's based on something that one silly work thought that I posted in Discord a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Mhm.
What would you guys think of a World of Darkness game that uses the Project Zomboid map? This isn't like Zombie the Shambling or anything
Mhm.
like that. It's just
Using
It's
the
the
map.
campaign
yeah,
map.
Okay.
the map is the campaign map.
I'm all in for it.
Um,
World of Darkness,
it
I
is-
always want to play, so I'm all in
Yeah,
for
it
that.
is.
Which
Yeah,
World of
I mean,
Darkness system would you be?
Yeah, werewolves.
Probably I would be running Chronicles
vampires?
just because everything meshes together more easily. And
Okay.
if you do want to like say like, yeah, I want to be a wizard that goes hunting werewolves, and it's like I want to be a werewolf that's secretly hiding the fact he's a werewolf, then yeah, it would mesh together much more cleanly.
Nice.
Um,
Alright.
I think it's cool. I would.
Yeah.
The
I would
reason
play it.
that I did that I'm a little worried about it is because like everything is just kind of predefined on it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
barring some updates from the developers to add more towns or more locations,
Mm-hmm.
everything is kind of chosen. Everything's preset, so there's no like
You mean the map or the
Exploration.
system?
on the map, not the system.
Oh, okay. But you don't have to always stick to the map, right? You can make your
Yeah.
own. You just use it
That's
as a
true.
backbone. So I
Yeah,
don't
it's-
see the
yeah.
problem in that.
It's easier though, and it does help keep everything together.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about World of
Mhm.
Darkness, but yeah, the system is like
Uh,
modular enough that you could put your own map
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
and,
yeah.
All right,
and,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely give it a shot.
Yeah.
But
I know.
Yeah.
I tried to do. I was actually at one point. I was trying to do. I was gonna experiment with Blades in the Dark.
Oh, okay. That one's also
Oh, yeah,
really
Blades
cool.
in the Dark is so tied to its setting.
But
Yeah.
that's the problem. Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the actual like mechanics and the your character sheet
Factions as
essentially
well.
are tied to the setting.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
trying to like put your own setting into that
Mhm.
like framework is really really.
You kind of need to rewrite like half of the book.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I gave
Not
up
bad.
on that plan very quickly.
Okay.
yeah, for and for you, boss man, for World of Darkness, you know the basic premise of it, right?
Yeah, I know the
basically.
basics.
Yeah, wizards and vampires and werewolves and
Mhm.
stuff are all real, and you either are one of them or you're hunting them.
Yeah.
The thing about the system though is that every system that every not system, every variation of the game, it's mage or vampire, hunter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It has what is basically like session 0 basically baked into the system. It's called like the awakening. It's basically a pre-scripted thing where you and the storyteller, the game master, tell about how your character was introduced to this
Mm-hmm.
brand new world, to the real world, like how you woke up from from the nightmare or whatever, and you get to see like this is reality. This reality is not I'm doing my 9 to 5. It's there are werewolves out there, and the boss is a literal vampire who is who makes people work overnight because he wants to drain their blood.
Right. Yeah.
So it's that, and also combat is something to be avoided if possible because everybody dies.
Yeah.
Like
right.
even
Real.
like I mean like a vampire one-on-one is going to kill a person, but if you give the person a gun, that person suddenly stands a really good chance of winning, and a vampire is absolutely getting killed by a half a dozen hillbillies with shotguns. So
I like that.
that's
You
what
know what?
Yeah.
I always have a chance.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why they know, and they know it. That's why the vampires, for example, they have their masquerade.
Yeah.
It's because
They
they
hide.
know that if humans yeah, because the Inquisition in Europe was actually a giant vampire hunt in this world. So they know that if people with pointy sticks could wipe out vampires on a continent, imagine what they'll do with guns
Yeah.
and with grenades and tanks and everything. So it is very heavy on role. Combat is important, but like
It's
85% of
more of a
role play,
like
yeah.
role playing RPG.
Yes.
yeah, 85% of your time is going to be you spent like figuring out what is the threat, how do I find this threat, how do we stop the threat, and like and also like hiding it from the threat and from the minions until you're ready to face them. Then 10% of your time is going to be spent getting ready to face the threat, and then the last 5% is actually dealing with it,
Yeah.
whatever it is. So
But yeah,
it's,
I'd say give it a shot. I mean, like maybe do like a test and
Yeah.
see if the
Yeah,
map
one
works
day.
out.
one day we can do a one shots with that.
Yeah.
And
Why
Yeah.
not?
I'd be down for that.
yes,
I might throw out my one shot idea for that Signalis alien.
Yeah, post it.
TTRPG
Like,
combo.
let us know.
I got to think about it though.
yeah.
Because like the only thing that I wanted to do with that one shot is that I feel like the roles that the players would have to play, I'd have to kind of like I know that I've mentioned a little bit about Signalis, but if you know anything about how Signalis works, like the roles would have to be a little bit more like I would have to be like, hey, you're gonna have to play this kind of role, you know,
Yeah.
kind of deal. It would be a little bit more like I'm giving you like a character, and then we would have to like this would have to be a thing that would be part of their backstory, and then we could
Yeah.
maybe like fiddle with a couple other things.
Same. That would be the same for the one shot. And also, additionally, because World of Darkness is set in the real world, you're not going to be like fighter
Yeah.
or
Right? Yeah.
or whatever, or wizard or whatever. You're going to be like Bob the garbage truck,
Yeah.
garbage collector, or
Oh,
something like
I
that.
can
Yeah.
use modern slang and not be hated for it. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we
It's
go.
like I said, it
Beautiful.
is. You are ordinary people. Like, yeah, I'm just
Skip
an
toilet.
accountant. I didn't want to go become a vampire hunter.
Yeah.
I became an accountant because it helped me not.
I
deal
want to
with
be
people.
the absolute degenerate where I meet a vampire, they want to bite me, and I just say, "Oh, that's hot." You know, just make it
Oh.
really awkward.
Be like, oh, bite me, Zaddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been reading this in my young adult books.
Yeah. Oh
Lady,
my god.
Lady Jimmy Dimitrescu, I played your video game.
Babe, oh,
I'm
yeah.
yours.
Yeah.
Freaking beautiful. All right, guys, I gotta head out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'll talk to you later. But
Yeah.
amazing session.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Amazing
was.
session,
We
As
rarely
always.
get together for games like this, but when we do, it's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
always great.
Real.
All right, well, you take it easy, guys.
Yep.
Peace.
All right, you too.
Bye.
You too, guys. All right. Good name. Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.